Hello everyone. I received many requests on how to make Salisbury steak, so today I'm going to show you my take on the classic Salisbury steak. Salisbury steak is just one of those meals that is easy to prepare and absolutely satisfying. If you want to change the meat and use ground turkey or pork or chicken, instead you could. You'll find all the ingredients you'll need for today's recipe throughout the video. And please subscribe, share, and hit the thumbs up. In our bowl, we're going to begin with our ground beef, and I'm going to beat one egg really good. Pour the beaten egg over the ground beef, and then I'm going to add a little bit of Creole seasoning, just a touch. Here I have some garlic powder and dried onions, coarsely ground black pepper, kosher salt, smoked paprika. I also have tomato paste. Now I'm going to add some Worcestershire sauce, or Worcestershire, however you prefer to pronounce it. And then I have some breadcrumbs. If you want to make this gluten-free, you can use gluten-free breadcrumbs. I'm going to have that, and I'm just going to mix everything together. The key is not to overmix everything. You want this to hold together, but you don't want it to be so dry that it's almost like a stone, but you want it to still have some moisture. If you want to add some liquid smoke to this, you could. It's totally up to you. If you want to add some red pepper flakes to this, if you want to make it spicy, you can do that too. You want to change up your seasoning. So, you can customize this recipe. So, I think this is good. We mixed it good enough. So I have a half sheet pan here that I've lined with some foil. And I'm going to just get 6 equal sized pieces of my Salisbury steak here. So we're going to do 6 steaks. I'm going to just sort of pat it together to make sure that all that ground beef is thoroughly, compact together. And I'm going to shape these into ovals. I'm going to leave these about a little less than ½ inch thick. But slightly thicker than ½ inch. So we're going to do 6 of these. So I have all my Salisbury steaks shaped here, as you see. I have 6 of them, and I added about ½ teaspoon of olive oil to the bottom of my pan here, and I'm just going to place my Salisbury steaks into my hot pan. I'm going to use on medium-high heat. So I'm going to let them sear for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. So it's been about 2.5 minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and give my Salisbury steaks a flip. You see they have a bit of brownness to it. It's good to let them sit and brown without moving them. If you move them, they will fall apart if they don't get that initial first sear in the pan. So I'm going to let these cook for about another 3 minutes, and then I'm going to remove it from the pan. Okay, so I finished cooking all of my steaks, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my mushrooms. There's still a pretty, good amount of fat in there, and I'm going to add my onions. And I'm just going to cook the two together for about 10 minutes. I know that our Salisbury steaks are not completely done, but they're going to be put back into the gravy, and they're going to cook down for a while in the gravy. So my onions and mushrooms have been cooking for about 6 minutes. I'm going to add some more butter to that. You can use butter or margarine. I'm just going to melt that butter down. And we need the butter, or you can use additional fat such as oil, because we are going to make the roux now. So that's why we have the additional butter and flour. So I'm going to shake across my all-purpose flour. And I'm just gonna stir everything around so that way there's no raw bits of flour. I'm just gonna stir, stir, stir. It's gonna become paste-like, and we're just gonna keep stirring till we see all the flour disappear. Okay, so all the flour has disappeared. Now I'm gonna turn my heat up from medium to medium-high. And I'm just gonna let this go for another 1 to 2 minutes. I want to brown this a bit more, but keep everything moving. So this has been going for a few more minutes. It's been going about 3 more minutes or so. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add in a couple of cloves of chopped garlic. I'm gonna give everything a stir just so that garlic flavor can release. And I put the garlic in last because we don't want the garlic to burn. So just stir for about 30 seconds or so, and you're gonna smell that garlic. It's gonna become nice and fragrant. And these brown bits in the bottom of the pan here is gonna really make this gravy have a lot of flavor. So I'm gonna turn my heat all the way up to high, and I'm gonna just push everything to one side of my pan. And then I'm going to slowly pour in some water. This is going to act as a way to sort of deglaze the pan. I'm just going to use the whisk to scrape the pan, and it will come off. Okay, so I'm going to add more water. Now, give everything a whisk together, and then after adding the water, we're going to add our beef base, or you can use beef bouillon. But I'm just whisking really good now to scrape the bottom of the pan. It will loosen off. So this is my beef bouillon. I'm just going to give everything a whisk. Continue whisking because it's going to thicken up. We're still working on high heat. Now at this point you would definitely want to taste it for salt and pepper. I'm just going to add just a quick little dash of salt, and I'm going to add my pepper last. Some salt and pepper to taste. I'm going to give everything a quick whisk, and you see it's coming to a boil, and the bottom of the pan has been pretty much deglazed. I don't really feel any of those bits on the bottom of my pan here, and I don't really see any as I tilt my pan around, so that's lets you know that there's, yeah. So I got them all off the bottom. So now I'm going to submerge all of my Salisbury steaks in the gravy. Turn down the heat to medium. If you're liking the recipes so far, please subscribe to my channel and hit the thumbs up, and also add this video to your playlist too. And share this video, please. And also comment down below what you'd like to see. I have some great stuff coming in future videos, so be on the lookout. I have some shrimp salad coming, an updated recipe, as well as a cheesecake, strawberry shortcake, and sweet tea. So we have everything in the pan. I'm going to turn my heat down to medium low, and I'm going to cover my pan. So medium low, and I'm going to let this cook on medium low for about 20 to 25 minutes, just so that way it can cook all the way through on a nice slow simmer. So I let my Salisbury steak cook for about 45 minutes. I let it cook down in that gravy, and let me tell you, it smells good. The gravy is nice and thick. So a beautiful Salisbury steak there. I'm going to spoon some of that gravy over those mashed potatoes. I have a recipe for that. These are mashed potatoes I made in my Geek Chef electric pressure cooker. And I'm going to tell you, these cook up pretty quickly. And I also made some sauteed string beans. Just a perfect meal to pair it with. It's quick and easy to make. That way you won't have to be in the kitchen for such a long period of time, especially while it's getting hot. You can do this with ground turkey as well. So I put some of that luscious gravy on top, And I'm just gonna sprinkle the top down with a little bit of parsley as a garnish. So there you have it, how to make Salisbury steak. So here is our beautiful Salisbury steak. I hope you guys can see it really good. I'm gonna go ahead and cut into this. And the inside of it's nice and done. I can't wait to taste this. I'm gonna just mix those mashed potatoes and gravy together. Get some of those mushrooms on there. This is good old Southern food here. I don't believe I made this. It is so absolutely delicious. Damn is all I can say. The steak is absolutely tender, full of flavor. The flavors are just so beautiful with all the different spices we added. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave now. Enjoy this. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to live and be well, and let's love each other. See you guys soon.